So what does all this mean for the president's border wall? Joining us now is Brad Blakeman, former George W. Bush senior staffer, and Richard Fowler, national syndicated radio show host and a Fox News contributor. Richard, another shutdown seems like not a brilliant way to go, given how the last one went. What's your take?
Not brilliant at all. I agree with Marco Rubio, which is a rarity, Melissa. The idea that you would use this sort of National Emergency Act to build this wall where there's actually a debate happening on Capitol Hill of whether or not this wall is a good or a bad thing seems to be problematic for this White House, and I think can only doom the president's approval rating and can doom where he sits with the American people, which right now, if you talk to a lot of them, they're like, this government shutdown was a horrible idea and we blame you for it.
Yeah. Brad, what's your take? I mean, whether it's a shutdown or a national emergency, it doesn't seem like the president, though, is very interested in taking either route as of right now.
No, but it's a tactic of a negotiation. First of all, the president can't negotiate with himself. He needs willing participants who act in good faith. So far, we haven't seen that, and that's why there was a government shutdown. Now, going forward, the president should not limit his leverage that he has to make a good deal. And that includes the power to issue a declaration of a national emergency if he can make the case that one exists. So I think hamstringing the president is not a good idea. The president has a lot more information that we're privy to. And, of course, he would have to make that case if he was to invoke that power. But limiting the president's power is not a good idea coming into negotiation.
Richard, do you think that at this point that Democrats are interested in coming to the table and making any sort of a deal that includes border security and getting something they've wanted for a long time, like a permanent fix to DACA?
Well, I think Democrats are willing to make a deal. If you look at the conferees that have been on this bicameral conference committee that's currently sort of underway, they're having their first meeting as we speak. You see people who are saying, listen, we could talk about drones. We could talk about different things to do on the border. What's a non-starter for Democrats is the ideal of building a wall or steel slats or whatever you want to call it. And Brad is right. The president has to make a case to the American people as to why this is a national emergency. And for the past 34 days during the shutdown, he failed at making that case to the American people. So I don't know how he will make it in the next 3 weeks when he failed for the past month and a half to do the same thing.
Brad, real quick, last word. We got to go. I'm sorry. We've had so much breaking news.
Well,
give me the last word. Yeah.
Democrats were for walls before they were against it. They almost unanimously passed the Secure Fence Act in 2006, and suddenly they are against border security. That's not going to happen. There will be a deal.